Today, I'm going to talk about how I use ChatGPT to help with budgeting and shopping. I simply love using life hacks such as ChatGPT to help me improve my life and to make things a little bit easier. So, you can use ChatGPT to track your family spending. It's a great tool to use to find out where you are wasting money. Money is not everything, but you need money to survive, to pay your bills, to take care of your family. And a lot of times we can let money slip right through our fingers on things that we don't realize we're doing. So this is a great tool to use. You can also use it to develop a budget. Budgeting is not something that we're taught in school, and it's not something that comes easy to everybody. So ChatGPT can help with that. You can use chat to find ways to save money. Everything has gotten so expensive. We all need to look for ways to save money, even if you are what we would consider wealthy in today's time. You just don't know how something can happen and that money can slip right away. So you should always be thinking about saving money, even if you feel like you're well off. And then you can use ChatGPT to find ways to make money. A lot of the videos on my channel are about making money. So we're going to jump on over into my ChatGPT account. And I have written some prompts already so that I can copy and paste them in. And we're going to see what ChatGPT tells us about budgeting and saving money. So the first prompt is, can you help me create a simple weekly spending tracker for a family of four? What is the best way to identify wasteful spending? Absolutely, Laura. Remember, she remembers who you are. Here's how we can break down to help track your family's spending and easily identify areas where you may be overspending. So create the simple tracker using Google Sheets or Excel or any kind of printable format. And so she suggests categories to use: food, such as groceries and dining; transportation, such as gas, public transportation, so you can tweak this to meet your needs; household supplies, such as toiletries, cleaning supplies; utilities, we all have to pay those. They're getting quite expensive. Do you have kids? So you want to add that in there. What are your kids' expenses? Are there school fees? Those sorts of things. What do you spend on entertainment? And then miscellaneous expenses like gifts, so on and so forth. So that's the first step. You're going to want to put this in a spreadsheet, and you're going to want to have these category headings. Second step, to identify wasteful spending. Look for these key things at the end of each week. Red flags of waste, high wants spending. If more than 20 to 30% of your spending is non-essential, such as Starbucks, fast food, impulse buys at Target, that's a great place to cut back. So, very good idea. Look for those wants, not needs. I talk about that a lot in my videos. Look for duplicate subscriptions. Cancel or pause unused streaming services, subscriptions, or apps. I've actually recently been going through those. Are there frequent small purchases? $5 to $15 here and there adds up fast. Group them weekly to see patterns. And then when you notice those patterns, that's when you can cut them out from your budget. Food waste equals money waste. If you're tossing expired food, check how much you're spending on groceries versus how much you're really using. And then, of course, fast food, eating out. I've been trying to limit that to one time a week. And when I go, a lot of times I'll order takeout so that I can not have to pay the extra fee for tips and the drink. So that's another small way to save money that adds up. And then typically when I eat out, I try to do an actual restaurant versus a fast food place, because typically with a restaurant, you'll have leftovers that I can eat the next day for lunch. So that's a great way how I still get to enjoy eating out, but can make it a little more budget friendly. And then notice if there's any unplanned spending. Anything not part of your planned weekly budget is worth questioning. Why did you buy it? Can it be avoided next time? Is it an impulse buy? Is it a want versus a need? Tips for success. Set weekly limits by category. So this is where you're creating your budget after you have begun to identify the areas where you might be spending needlessly. You can look at this and set your budget, what you need to spend. Use cash envelopes or debit only for categories you overspend in. That's a good idea. I like the cash envelope idea. Hold a weekly family budget chat, 10 to 15 minutes on Sunday night to review and adjust. I really love this idea, and it wasn't something that I would have told you if I was doing this without ChatGPT. Getting your family and children involved in the spending helps them become aware that we can't just be wasteful. Turn out the lights when you're not using them. Think of it more as being very thrifty. And then last, look at month end trends to find the consistent problem spots. And remember, I call ChatGPT a she. I know it's an AI, but to me, she's my partner in crime. She helps with all sorts of things. Definitely a good life hack for me. Let's go on over to the second question. Can you help me make a monthly budget for a stay at home mom with a $3,000 household income? So, of course, you can use these same prompts that I'm using, but just tweak them for your family situation. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I like the column format. Housing 30 to 35%, so about 900 to 1,050. So that's rent or mortgage. Groceries should be about 15%, so about $450 includes diapers, household items, etc. Transportation, 10% of your budget, so about 300, so that's for gas, insurance, public transportation. Utilities, 10%, so the amount will be about $300, so that's your electric. Some days lately, my utility bill alone for my electric has been close to that amount. I live in an older house, so I've got to figure out how to tighten that up. So we'll have to go in and adjust that. Kids or childcare, it says $150 to $300. Now, this is monthly budget. That is not going to cover monthly childcare expenses. Let's go on and go forth. Health insurance, 150 to 300. My daughter's is closer to 300. Savings, 150 a month. Obviously, we all recommend that you try to set aside something, even if it's $5 a week into savings. You never know when you're going to need that. Anything for fun and extras, 90 to 150, and then giving in charity if you're able to do that. And if you can't do that, you can always give your time. That's a great way to help nonprofit agencies. So here is the sample budget. So this is telling us the monthly expenses. She does say kids, childcare expenses 200. So let's go ahead and let her know that child care needs to be adjusted to 200 per week. How can we squeeze that in? Okay, let's see. She'll go ahead and make those adjustments, and now she has childcare changed to 600, so she's got 800 a month, and she adjusted the other numbers, so the total budget is 2,950. I don't think she gave us a total here at the top, so you could go back in and say, can you total the top budget for me? So again, you can tweak this as you need to for your family. Okay, so she went back in and she did a total for the top budget is 2,850. And then when we adjusted the second budget for childcare, 2,950. So you could go back and watch this video if you wanted to look at where she made those adjustments. But we are going to move forward and ask the next question. As you can see, this is a great way for you to come up with a budget and have primary categories. Like I noticed that for me, she doesn't have car payment in there. She has transportation, but that primarily will cover gas and insurance. It doesn't cover a car payment. So maybe if I gave her my actual budget, she would come back and say, sorry, you can't do this. You're going to have to make more money if your budget's anything like mine. Okay, let's go on over and ask the third question. What are 10 practical ways a mom can save money without giving up on everything she enjoys? Okay, let's see what we can come up with. Saving money doesn't have to mean sacrificing joy. Here are 10 practical real life ways moms can save money without feeling deprived. Number one, this question is probably a good question for me, so I'm really looking forward to see what the answers are. Meal plan with flexibility. Plan 4 to 5 dinners each week using what you already have at home. Great idea. Bonus tip, save time and reduce grocery waste without rigid scheduling. Number two, use curbside pickup for groceries. Ordering online helps you avoid impulse buys and stick to your budget. Most stores offer free pickup with a minimum spend. This is very true. And I discovered this when we were in COVID and I had to order groceries and things that I needed from Walmart, and just pop the back of the hatch of the car and they put things in and I only spent what I needed. It is a great tip and I still do that sometimes. I should be doing it more frequently. This is a good reminder. Number 3, buy kids clothes and toys secondhand. Thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, and consignment sales are gold mines. Bonus is kids outgrow things so fast. This is a smart way to save. I 100% agree. You know that I do some reselling as a side hustle. I love going to yard sales. For me, I'm finding things that I'm going to flip and to sell for a profit. But I do sometimes get things for my daughter or my grandchildren and even myself. I love to find name brand clothes at yard sales for $1, $2. It's a great way to shop. And it's fun. It's a treasure hunt. Number 4, create a gift bin. Buy gifts or wrapping on clearance throughout the year and store them. You'll never panic to buy full price again. I do this already. At the end of Christmas, I go in and I buy lots of wrapping paper, gift boxes, ribbons. I even buy the ornaments that I'm going to give to my family at the end of Christmas sale. And I do this for other holidays as well. If I'm needing to find some holiday decor, things like that, I just wait and buy them after the season or after the holiday, and then I'll have them for next year. So when you're ready to decorate, it's like finding something new all over because you probably have forgotten that you bought that a year ago and now you have it. And it's a great, fun thing to do. Number 5, keep a low cost fun list. Write down simple joys you love: park trips, Dollar Tree, crafts, movie nights at home. This keeps you from defaulting to spending based fun. These are great low cost ideas so that you don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun, is what she's saying. Number 6, limit takeout, don't eliminate it. Budget for 1 to 2 fun meals a month instead of quitting cold turkey. It feels like a treat and gives you something to look forward to. So, as I said in the beginning, I try to do one eat out a week. I just go pick it up, bring it home. Or if I do eat in the restaurant, when I'm having dinner with my friend or my ex, we'll eat at the restaurant. I'll do things like getting water instead of tea to drink. So those are other hacks that you can try. Number 7, pause subscriptions quarterly. Cancel or pause 1 or 2 services every few months. So chat suggests that you can rotate Netflix, Disney, Audible, etc. And a lot of times, if you think about it, you may have services that you really don't use very frequently. I know some friends that have services just because they like to watch a certain series, like Bridgerton, for example. So what you could do is purchase the service, binge watch the series, and then cancel the service. Those are ways that you can save money. Number 8, DIY simple household cleaners. Use vinegar, baking soda, and lemon to make safe, cheap cleaning solutions. This saves money and cuts down on harsh chemicals. Much better for the environment, much better for your family and your pets and you. Number 9, auto transfer to savings weekly. Even $10 a week builds momentum. Set it up to happen automatically. You won't miss it, but you'll notice it when it adds up. That's a great idea. And number 10, swap services with friends. Babysitting, clothes, or meal swaps are a great way to build community and save. Example, trade babysitting one night a month for a date night. On my website, I'm starting up a swap service for women. It's called Chicks United. And it's all about us sharing the services that we can provide at a discount to each other or being able to swap and offer it for free. So it's a great tool. Check out my website. I'm just getting ready to get it started here locally, but do hope to expand to other areas. I think it'll be a great resource for not only single moms, but women everywhere that are trying to save money and live life a little more meaningful and have the resources that you need to do it. Let's go on over to the next question. What are flexible, low-cost side hustles for a stay-at-home mom with limited time and no childcare? I do have a video on this topic actually about side hustles for busy moms. So let's see what chat has come up with. Side hustles for stay-at-home moms need to be flexible, low-cost, and doable around kids, such as between naps, nights, or in small spurts of free time. Here are realistic ideas that don't require a big upfront investment or childcare. So freelance services. writing, admin support, design services. So you can look at platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, or Freelancer to find some of those side hustles that people are looking for or to advertise your services. Services such as blog writing, social media posts, resume help, Canva graphics, data entry. This provides flexible hours. They're project based and you can work on them in short bursts. Okay, wonderful. Resell items online, thrift, flip, or declutter. Platforms like Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, eBay. There's one that I'm using now called Vinted, and Vinted doesn't take a seller's fee, so that's great. Sell clothes, yours or your kids, toys, household goods. I don't take stuff to Goodwill that I can sell because I'm trying to get money for my daughter's college and things are just getting so expensive. Number 3, digital product creation. Sell printables, meal plans, planners, kids reward charts, ebooks, wall art. And you can do this on platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, use Canva for design. And once you create it, it sells forever. So it's very mom friendly. This is a passive income idea, and it's a great tool. It's something that I have been working on as I think about retirement. Now that I'm 57, I've got to really start thinking about that. Number 4, virtual tutoring or homework help. Subjects such as reading, math, test prep, even just supervising homework are great ideas, and people are looking for help with these types of things. You can use sites like WiseNet, OutSchool, or advertise locally like on Facebook Marketplace. And you can spend just 1 to 2 hours a few evenings a week, and that can pay very well. You can do it while you're helping your children with their own homework. Number 5, voiceover or audiobook work. So what you need is a quiet place. She suggests a closet. I don't have a big enough closet. I'm not sure what kind of home she's living in, but I don't have a big enough closet to do that. But anyway, I digress. So a quiet place, a phone, or a basic mic setup. And ACX is a tool where you can use this for creating audiobooks, Fiverr, voices.com. So those are new things that I didn't know about. And a good idea if you have a great voice. My voice is always scratchy. It sounds like I have really bad allergies or something. These are great if you have a soothing or expressive voice. Number 6, stock photography or phone video clips. Upload photos or clips of everyday life that are family friendly, hands cooking, toys, etc. I have a really funny picture of myself with my hair that's all blown out when I was in a hurricane at the beach one time, and I was standing on the patio when a gust of wind came. So that would be a great picture to sell on some of these platforms like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Pexels, Pond 5. I've not heard of them before. And she says kids can even be a part of it. So like faceless photos. If you'll notice, these are using skills and things that you may already have or things that you like to do, hobbies or interests, and it can bring in extra money. Every little bit counts. Number 7, transcription. Sites such as Rev, Transcribe Me, or Go Transcript. You set your hours. Works great if you're a fast typer and have quiet blocks of time. So if you have a young one at home that takes an hour or 2 hour nap, that would be a great time for doing that. Number 8, social media management or scheduling. Helps small businesses schedule posts, reply to comments, or repurpose content. Tools such as Canva, Buffer, and Ladder are places where you can find this type of work. Offer packages at $200 to $500 a month to a couple of clients. Number 9, product sampling or survey apps. Try user interviews, inbox dollars, Pinecone research, try products. It's not a full income, but a great way to earn a little extra money during downtime. I love these little survey apps and things. I'll post one at some point. I'll make a video of it. I have fun doing the surveys, and a lot of times I would do it when I'm sitting in carpool line or standing in the grocery store, places like that where you have this wait time that's wasted. So I'll just pop on and take a survey, and I get paid. You get 10 cents, something like that. But they're fun and it just makes use of time. And at the end of the year, I'll have an extra 20 bucks that I can spend on dinner out. So idea number 10 is niche blogging or YouTube. And of course, you can do that as a faceless YouTube channel. So topics might include motherhood, budgeting, self-care, kids activities, and you can use tools obviously like ChatGPT, Canva can help you with adding in your design elements or making your thumbnail, and free blog platforms can give you some ideas. She suggested that you build slowly, monetize with affiliate links, ads, or digital products. I've had my YouTube channel for a year. I'm still only at 128 subscribers. So this is not something that you're going to make money on quickly. It has to be a passion project. For me, I simply want to help women improve their lives. And I've been a single mom for a long time, and I'm 57. So I've got a lot of information to share and a lot of resources that I've learned along the way. So for me, it's more about sharing information to people that want it. But if it's something that you enjoy doing and you have a channel idea that is needed and is really good, and you are perhaps much better at making YouTube videos than I am, you can monetize much more quickly and you can bring in some money. So there's a lot of YouTube videos on how to make money with YouTube. So I suggest you check those out. So thanks for watching. This is Simply Laura 24/7. I am simply me, and I remind you to be simply you. Wait for the end screen. I am offering free coaching for my subscribers. So check it out. You can visit my website. The links will be below on how to register to get possibly selected for that. Thanks so much. Bye.
Simply be you. That's more than enough. Brave and kind, honest and tough. No